there's so many things in life that really bug me out, really get on my nerves, they really irk me. One thing that I just can't get my head over is the fact that the messenger will always be more important than the message. And why it's so frustrating is that there's going to be times where there's people around you, they're in these precarious situations, they come to you for advice, you give them advice, you give them the same advice every single time, they come to you with the same kind of problems, you're giving them the exact blueprint of what to do. All they need to do is just follow those steps and they'll be fine, right? So you tell them all this, they do the exact opposite. Then eventually they might hear that same advice from another person months or years later. They take the advice and everything's fine. And then you're in a position where you're like, yo, I told you this like years ago. And then it just made me think that for whatever reason, and I don't know the psychology behind it, I think it's maybe the idea that familiarity breeds contempt, right? But when you're close to a person, for whatever reason, your words, your motivation, whatever good advice you're giving them, it's not going to penetrate their brains the way that a stranger telling them the same thing would. So for example, I was listening to Kendrick, right? I was listening to Section 80. There's a song called Keisha's Song, right? Where it's about like a prostitute who got killed, right? Eventually she got pregnant and then she got killed, I think, right? So he played that for his younger sister when she was like 11, and he was playing it with the intent that, yo, you don't want to get caught up in the streets, like you don't want to get pregnant young and all this kind of stuff, right? So that's 2011. Then I remember I was listening to Pimp a Butterfly 2015, I want to say, and I think he was talking about his younger sister who ended up getting pregnant at like 15, 16, and he had a song where he was talking about how like he can talk to these millions, he can save these millions, but with the people around him which is closest, he can't reach them. And it put him in depression, this like mental state where he just didn't really know what to do. And it kind of just made me think, I think if you can just come to peace with the fact that the messenger is more important than the message, it can help you just keep calm and reduce a lot of stress, because it can be very stressful and you can end up putting a lot on your back thinking that, yo, I want to help these people around me. But ultimately, you're probably the wrong messenger, so they're not going to listen. So you've got to let people make their mistakes in life, and eventually